Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry Lawrence, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to unlock your highest self and start living the life that you were always meant to do. And make sure to stay tuned to the very end because we're going to do a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message and take it with us throughout the day. So how do you actually wake up? No matter what age you are, whether you're 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, how do you finally snap out of the patterns that are not serving you so that you can move forward and make the right choices, make the hard choices, live that life that you dream about? A lot of times there's some kind of obstacle that's really present, and maybe it's your age. You're thinking, well, I'm 40, it's too late for me. Maybe it's your sex. Oh, I'm a male, I can't do this. Or I'm a female, I can't do this. Whatever it is, there's something that stops us. There's this barrier that's right in front. But it's stopping this version of you. Take this perspective, because perspective is one of the most powerful things that we have, and you can use it at any moment. Imagine if your highest self, your true, highest, godliest, most powerful version of you that is looking out for you, that is inspired and wants you to grow, were to wake up as you right now. This version does not know the limitations that you believe in. This version knows who it is. This version knows what's possible. This version knows themselves truly. If that version woke up as you with the dream that you were gifted, they would accomplish it. They wouldn't allow the thing that you think is stopping you, stop them, because they're not attached to that limiting belief. They're not attached to the idea that 50 is too old to go chase their dreams. They're not attached to the idea that you don't have enough money to go do the thing. They're not attached to the idea that you need to be this to do the thing, because this version of you knows its true self. All it is here to do is wake up and live and experience this dream, because it's not attached to the reasons why you can't. I've talked about a lot about loyalty to things, attachment to things, even the good. How it's not a bad thing or a good thing, but when you realize it is what it is, you get to choose whether to stay attached to it. You might love your coworkers. You might even love the industry you're in. But if you stay attached to those coworkers, and if you stay attached to the industry, can you become the thing that you desire? No. You might love your group of friends. They might be the best thing to you. But if you're attached to them, can you become who you need to be? No. You are what you surround yourself on. You are the reflection. You are not different. You may think you are, but so does every single person in that circle. They all think they're different too. But you're not. You cannot be a different vibration of what you're around. So when the highest version of you that knows only the highest vibrational way of being wakes up as you, it's not going to resonate with the things, even the limiting beliefs. So why not take that perspective right now? Why not say to yourself, you know what? I'm not too old. You know what? I'm not too young. You know what? I'm not too out of shape. You know what? I'm not too poor. You know what? I am me, and I have this dream for a reason. It's not just to dream about, it's to be about. You get to do it. You get to decide. And once you start doing that, you realize all of these things that have been holding you back are actually for you, so you can become a unique version of that success. Again, the success is not the result of having X. The success is becoming what you desire. The results will come. You won't get the fulfillment from them. You might get excitement. You might get motivated. You might get joy from them. But the fulfillment will become from who you are. When you do things, even though it's not in the cards, when you do things, though, when people say it can't be done, when you do things that no one in your family has done, that no one like you has done, when you become it, you are the light of that version. You are the light. You didn't need it to be daylight to be a bright light. You are it. It can be midnight. It can be dark, and you will shine. Perspective is everything, because how you perceive the world is how you'll receive it. It cannot be different. You can't take somebody that is very depressed, very negative. Wherever you take them, they will expand the negativity and the depression around you. You cannot make them happy enough. You cannot give them enough joy. You cannot give them enough of what it is that you think would solve it, because how they're perceiving the world. They will always find what's wrong with what you're doing. They will always find with what's not aligned with what you're doing. But yet, if you take the opposite of that, if you take the person that's operating in their highest being, if you take someone that sees the good, sees the light, sees the positive, whatever you decide it is, no matter where you put them, they will continue to see that. It's actually something that some people have an issue with me. People like getting a positive 10 minutes. People like a quick perspective. But then when you vent to me again and again and again, and I don't put time into the negativity, it doesn't mean I won't see it, doesn't mean I won't talk to you about it, but I will then know what you're doing by continually talking about it and try to shift the conversation. Say, yes, these 9 things are bad, but you must spend time in this one that's good. Because you will keep expanding the 9 that are bad. Why aren't you using your power to focus on what's good? And they want to talk about what's wrong. They want you to be just as upset as them with what's wrong. You are doing that to yourself when you're allowing a reason why you can't do something to exist. Yes, there are reasons why you shouldn't be able to do something. Yes, there are obstacles. Yes, it may be harder for you. But it's not absolutely impossible. It's not. There's somebody with less that's done more. There's somebody with less talent that's achieved more. There's someone with less good looks that's got more famous. There's someone with less education that's achieved more. It's never where you're at. It's always what you decide you won't live without. That's how the law of attraction works. Your highest self knows that, because your highest self knows its higher self. Pick this perspective and change the world. One of the things that I've always said since I've started this podcast is I will not miss. If I said I'm doing an episode, it doesn't matter what's going on. Unless I'm dead, the episode is coming out. And there's been so many times through having COVID, through having illnesses, through right now having an illness, and still doing it because the universe knows what's up. I've shown it. You either kill me or this episode's coming out. And it may seem extreme to you that's just listening, but what would happen if you decided that about things in your life? If you decided, you know what, I'm going to be an actor or I'm dead. The universe can either kill me or know that I'm going to show up every single day doing auditions, working on my craft, showing up everywhere I can to become an actor. What do you think would happen? Or what if you said, you're going to be a billionaire? We said, you know what? I'm going to be a billionaire. And every single day, I'm going to take action like a billionaire. No, there will be no day where I act like a millionaire. No, there will be no day where I act reasonable. No, there will be no day where I do something that might make me a few dollars. Everything is aligned for the billion. What do you think will happen when you do that? Take it to something simpler. Take it to a positive mindset. What if you said, you know what? I will be somebody that lives in joy. Every single day. It didn't matter how bad it got. It didn't matter how much suffering there was. It didn't matter that you were going to talk the most about the joy that you saw every single day. You became a powerful hunter to where no matter what situation is going on, you would find the joy and you would talk about it more. You would think about it more. You would expand it more through your actions every single day. What do you think would happen to your experience? It would become more joy. So this higher self doesn't need to wake up. This higher self doesn't need to come from somewhere else. It's already within you. It's the version of you that's listening to this podcast. It's just waiting for you to decide no more. Yes, there are reasons why you're not successful, but there's one as to why you can be. It's because you are you. So we're going to take a deep breath. And when you breathe in, quiet the noise. Whether you're in your car, you're sitting in the house, you're at work, you're at school, quiet the noise and be with yourself. As you hold your breath, just see yourself there, whether you're sitting, walking, laying down, just see yourself. And then when you exhale, see that version of you open its eyes, awake. Awake to the choice that I'm either choosing to do this, I'm either choosing to be this, or I'm choosing not to. It's that simple. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. and out. You are amazingly powerful. We don't need to fight politics. We don't need to fight the economy. We don't need to fight each other. This earth, this experience we're having is meaningless when it comes to the value of your soul, your energy, your spirit. Allow it to live. Allow yourself to create a dragon and go slay it. Be the hero of your story. Whatever that is for you is correct. When you do that with love, when you do that with the idea of, when I do this, if people saw how I acted, how I behaved, their life would improve. Not you impressing and making them do things, but just for them being inspired by who you are. When you do this, we all rise up and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.